Well, hey guys, it's Farmer Dan. I'd like you to join me. I'm going to go up to Herring Brothers, which is our processor, about a half hour away. We check on some carcasses from the cattle they are processing, see how they're looking. I do that every time. And come along.
When I was 14 or 15, started working here in the summers a lot more. Growing up with a father that was super committed here all the time, you know, you kind of looked up to that. To see what he had grown from the previous generation really instills something into you. Yeah, this would actually be my great-grandfather.
Yep.
So Charles actually started the business, and then his two sons took over and then became Herring Brothers. Gotcha. After the war. My grandfather and his brother took over in mid-40s to late 40s. But Charles actually started in around the early 1900s.
Wow.
Of course, these are the smokers. They each hold around 500 pounds. We cook hams, we cook bacons, boneless loins for Canadian, different things like that, different items.
We started working with Herring Brothers because we were really impressed with how they took care of their business, how they treat the animals, how they take care of them, how they process the meat. They were USDA inspected, and that was really important to us. And you know, we've raised an animal for a couple of years, and then you hand it over to the processor, and you want to make sure that you're getting good cuts and that our customers will be happy. And we've been really satisfied with it. How many animals how many carcasses can you hold here?
We can hold around 75. I think we have around 60 in here at the moment. Dan came into our establishment, had this idea of what he wanted to do, you know, this dream, this passion that he had for raising animals. You know, we have a lot of people come in that kind of have those dreams, and you kind of see it every week. You know, somebody new comes in that thinks that they're going to, you know, sell all this meat and raise all these cattle. But Dan was actually able to do that. He's our biggest customer, so he's definitely fulfilled what he came in looking to do.
Without Herring Brothers, it would be hard for us to have the business of raising cattle and selling our beef to consumers. There aren't a lot of processors in the world in Maine. You know, if we go to like some huge processor in Pennsylvania, they're not even going to talk to us. So without Herring Brothers, I don't think there is a Heartstone Farm. Our relationship with Herring Brothers, you know, Herring Brothers as a processor, we're raising beef. That's the essence of what America is. You know, we've got our own food system. What's happened, and it worries me about, you know, my kids, is that we've got these huge companies running the processing of all the meat in America. Two of them aren't even US owned. And that's dangerous, number one, but it's just wrong. It's kind of undercuts the whole foundation of the country. Take care of the farmers, take care of the processors, take care of the local communities, because without them, I'm not sure what's left.
Obviously money comes down to it, because farming and having to pay the farmers and be local, there's a lot more to it than just a commercial, you know, they got a bunch of beef out there, they go through with a tractor every day and feed them grain. Having the local farmers, to me, has actually increased our business, because you do have that certain clientele that is looking to have that connection with who they're getting their food from, which is a big thing nowadays because of pesticides, because of GMOs, all that type of stuff that is altering some of the livestock. You got to have a passion for this type of business. You have to want to get better, want to continue it, because it's very hard times out there in the world right now. And if you don't try to give the best quality meats or the best products that you can, you know, you could be out of business easily.
In terms of our values of Heartstone Farm and how we are raising beef, it just would be inconsistent for us to be at some large processor that's taking care of thousands of animals a day and where we're just, another number. So, the way we raise beef and the way that Herring Brothers processes our beef, it fits. It's the right way to do it.